Abongile, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. So we know yesterday that voting sites in 3 municipalities were closed by I-Right residents yesterday. How are things going today, and what are some of the concerns from the IEC?
Well, Nati, a very good morning to you and to the viewers at home. I understand that today 4 voting stations could not open, and due to community unrest, due to the plight of service delivery that some communities were raising by choosing this day of voter registration, that they remain closed even now as we speak. And the IEC says that is out of their hands at the moment, but they have asked the police service to intervene. Let's bring in the provincial officer, Umama Ukayakaze Makudumana. Mama, thanks a lot for your time.
Thanks to you guys.
Today you are saying 4 voting stations couldn't open. Take us through what exactly happened.
Yes, we have 4 voting stations that are still not operational in the province. You'll remember yesterday there are 9 voting stations that are not open the whole day. But today there's 4. What is happening in those communities, it is community protests, and the community members are just not allowing our registration staff to operate.
And what's the solution to this? You have asked the police, seemingly they too can't find a solution to this.
Remember that the arrangement for registration is patrols on the side of the SAPS. There aren't physical deployments. And for some of these voting stations, they're quite far. And it takes time for SAPS to patrol or to get to the station where there is a problem. Hence, there's delays. And there are issues where you'll find that the SAPS do arrive, but they reach that station and it's like a mob. It's like the whole village. And they need to negotiate with them, and the community members will say, we are not opening this station, we are not allowing anyone to work here, we are waiting for a mayor and an MM. And in instances like that, there's nothing that we can do. But what we do as the IEC is to remain in the voting station so that if there's any solution to a challenge, we are able to operate. But in the 4 stations, no one registered today.
An alternative is the online registration, since there's that challenge now?
Yes, that is the only solution for now, unless we do have the registration weekend 2, which is likely to be announced soon by the Commission.
Okay, let's go through the data that's been taken in that you've been monitoring. I see that people at the Nelson Mandela Bay municipality is leading when it comes to the number of people who are coming in, and followed by the Buffalo City Metro. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, that is true. Looking at the 3 leading municipalities, and we're talking about figures from yesterday morning at 8, Nelson Mandela Metro, they have 37,000 registered voters, followed by by BCM, which is at 32,000, and in Mozahili at 26,000. So those are the top leading municipalities at 1:30 today.
And my colleague Unati, who is the presenter of the show, is speaking about the concern of young people not coming to register. How's the situation like here in the province?
Well, if you look at the figures, they are not that good still. We are hoping that when we get the figures that reflect on what is happening on the online facility, we'll be able to have those figures and we'll be proud. But looking at the figures currently, it is not looking good still. We have about 27,000 registered voters with the age band of 18 to 21. That you cannot say that is good. Remember, we said that as a province, when we compare our registration figures and on what the Stats SA has transmitted, we are at 16%. So we're hoping with that information that we have actually shared, that they would listen and then they would come in numbers. If not in our stations, but at least take time and register online. But as I say, we have not received those figures on the online facility, and we're hoping that the figures look good.
And the online facility, the online option, even though you don't have much information on it, but can you distinguish that there are more people registering online than in person?
No, looking at what has happened yesterday and this morning, more people are coming to our voting station than what is happening online.
And going forward, should someone miss this day, 5 o'clock is 3 hours away, what will happen?
If you miss this day, please take the opportunity of the online facility. If not, register in our municipalities. Remember that we do register people every day in our local offices. We open between 8 and 5. You can do that if you are unable to make use of the online facility.
Other than these four areas that did not open today, would you say it has been incident-free? Did the ballot boxes come on time? Other than those four, everything went well, would you say?
I think you cannot wait for the 2024. Remember, there are no ballot boxes. But when it comes to our materials, there's nothing that was not on time. Our registration staff arrive an hour before we open, that is at 7, and there are no incidents where the staff were unable to reach our voting stations.
Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Walunati, Ms. Kayakazi Magudumana, the provincial officer of the IEC here in the Eastern Cape, taking us through what has been happening in the province and encouraging people that they should use these last hours to come and register to vote